Good afternoon, everyone. It is Jeremy here. I hope you're having a great day. All right, it is Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. Super excited. Got a really good workout planned for later. Got some good food lined up, and it's going to be a great day. So I hope your week was good. I hope you got to work on yourself a little bit and work on your goals. I hope that you got to finish the week in a little bit better place than where you started that week. And I hope you had some fun, because we're only here for a short period of time. You might as well enjoy life a little bit, have some fun. So I am in day 7 of my 90-day challenge. It's been going really good so far. All right, I'm gonna do a progress check-in report for you guys. I'm gonna do that on a weekly basis, but the first one, I'll do that here in a few minutes, talk about, my successes, my failures, and overall just kind of how it's going, what I've been doing, and how much weight I've lost, where I'm at. That's the ultimate goal. Is I want to get fit. I want to lose as much fat as possible. So we'll go over that here in a little bit. But first, as the title of this video would imply, I got a little bit of a confession. So I went out last night and I needed some food. So I got some fast food. Specifically, I got some Chick-fil-A. And you know what? I don't even feel guilty about it. But first off, it is time to get some coffee. Yes, that is a unicorn on my coffee maker because, well, coffee is magical. Got my trusty old cup of coffee here. You guys probably don't know this yet, but I love coffee, all right? Can I have it any time of day? Can I have it 9 o'clock at night and go to bed 10 o'clock and be just fine? That's probably not really 100% true, but either way, I love me some coffee. Okay, so all week I've been grinding. Monday and Friday were my 2 fasting days. All right, it's supposed to be 24 hours, so it started on Sunday night at actually about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and was supposed to be able to have a 500-calorie meal on Monday at 9 o'clock, but I decided to go ahead and push it 36 hours. Motivation was high. I was super pumped up. I legitimately didn't feel all that hungry, so I took that all the way until the next morning at 9 o'clock was when I had my breakfast. So worked really well, and my second fasting day was on Friday. Friday was just a 24-hour fast. So I stopped on Thursday at 7:15, and Friday night at 7:15, I went ahead and had a small 550-calorie meal. So Monday and Friday were my 2 fasting days. All right, so 24-hour span of time. So it starts on Sunday night, goes into Monday night, and then you can have a 500-calorie meal. And then the same thing for Friday. Thursday night at 7:15 is when it started, and then Friday at 7:15 I had a small 500-calorie meal. Monday was day 1 of this challenge, so I was super pumped up, had a ton of motivation, and was ready to get into this. So I pushed that fast all the way for 36 hours, and I actually didn't eat anything until Tuesday morning. So that's pretty easy to do because, again, I was pumped up, motivation was super high. So doing something a little out of the ordinary and not eating for 36 hours, it really wasn't that bad. I wasn't all that hungry, and I was excited to start this challenge. So the rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday have been meal prep days. So last weekend, I made a whole meal plan for the entire week for 5 days. The 5 days I'll be eating, 5 days eating, 2 days of fasting, and came up with a pretty regimented plan. Okay, so it's the same thing for breakfast, the same thing for a snack, the same thing for lunch, and the same thing for dinner every single day. And then for those 3 days, I stuck to that meal plan as prescribed 100%. Didn't differ from it at all. And honestly, for the work week, that really works out well for me. I'm taking in 2,700 calories and 270 grams of protein. Those are the 2 things that I have to hit. All right, I hit my 270 grams of protein and my 2,700 calories. And the rest, there's a little wiggle room in there. So 270 grams of protein is a little over 1,000 calories. So I have about 1,600 calories where I make up my fats, my carbs, and that's going to fluctuate a little bit. For this week, it was about 65 to 70 grams of fat and about 240, 250 grams of carbs. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I also was at work, and I was at Monday and Friday as well, but I was fasting those days. So that meal prep plan worked really well for those days. It's very regimented again, and I like it. It's simple, it's easy, it's quick, it's thoughtless. In the morning, I get up, I take my 2 meal prep containers, and I already have my breakfast in there and my lunch, put them in my lunch box. I grab my almonds, I grab my shake, that I make every single morning, make my coffee, and I go. When it's time to eat, I eat my breakfast. When it's time for my snack, I have my snack. When it's time for lunch, I have lunch. All right, it's very simple, very easy. I come home, and my dinner is sitting there. It's in another meal prep container. Stick it in the microwave for a couple minutes. Stick my bag of vegetables in there as well. And it's done. It's easy, it's thoughtless, it's on autopilot. I don't have to worry about what I'm gonna have, what I'm gonna eat. I don't have to worry about counting anything because I already figured all that out. So that really works well for my work days. So now let's fast forward to Saturday. So Saturday I was pretty busy. All right, I had a lot of stuff going on. I had to get some work done, as I like to call it. Get on my work laptop, take care of a bunch of things, emails and whatnot. So I had that to do. I had to clean the house. I had to do dishes. I had to do laundry. I had to go out and run some errands. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Had some other cleaning I had to do too. Organize the garage a bit. Had to plan for my son's birthday party that's coming up here in a couple weeks. So overall, it was really busy. And I had my breakfast, my coffee. But before you know it, it was 8 o'clock at night, and that's all I had was my breakfast and my coffee. So I only took in about 1,200 calories in the morning. So I had my egg burritos, my coffee with some creamer in it because I need to have some creamer, and that was it. So again, that put me up to about 1,200 calories for the day. I started thinking, what am I gonna do? I kind of wanted to have something fresh. I still wanted to stay healthy, of course, but I didn't feel like cooking. It was late at night. I just want to come home, eat my food, and ideally just relax a little bit, I'm out and my mind starts racing. I'm driving through the streets here, and there's a Wendy's, and there's a McDonald's, and there's a KFC, and there's a Chick-fil-A. All this delicious food. And I start thinking, I'm like, I have 1,500 calories to work with. That's a pretty good amount. I needed to get that 1,500 calories, and I needed to get some protein. Again, those are my two most important things. My protein was only at about 120. So I decided to settle on some Chick-fil-A. So here I go through after my errands and stuff. And it's about 9:15, and there's about 15 cars in line for Chick-fil-A. So you know what? I'm committed. I really want some chicken, and I go ahead and pull in this line. So I sit there in the drive-thru, and I have this beautiful conversation with myself about what I'm gonna eat. I thought to myself, I can get the grilled chicken sandwich. I can get, grilled nuggets maybe, skip the fries, do a fruit cup maybe, or possibly a side salad, and just get something healthy to drink, water, for instance. I don't really like drinking calories, so I think I can get all those healthy things. But man, those chicken sandwiches. So I decide that I'm gonna go ahead and settle, and I'm gonna get some healthy stuff. So I get 2 packs of grilled nuggets. All right, each of them is about 200 calories and roughly 38 grams of protein, right? So only 400 calories there and 76 grams of protein. That's good. That's perfect for my plan, and works out really well with one of my goals and what I'm trying to do with losing weight and everything. Up the calories up a little bit. I kind of want a salad. I want to get some more greens in, get some veggies in. So I get a salad, which is nothing hardly, but the dressing adds a little bit. So we're gonna say 250. So 650 calories. So that's still, I still have like 800 calories to work with. So then I get really excited. I start thinking, oh, ice cream, a milkshake. Maybe I will get those fries. Start thinking of all these crazy options that I can do. But clearer heads prevailed. But this whole conversation I have with myself, this whole episode at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, it kind of put me on this train of thought as far as my relationship with food. I thought about good food. I thought about bad food. I thought about this whole concept of a cheat meal or a cheat day. I thought about meal plans. I thought about flexible dieting. I thought about if it fits your macros. So I ultimately settled on my grilled nuggets, a side salad. I did get 1 chicken sandwich, fried chicken sandwich with cheese that just melts in your mouth. And then I said I kind of wanted something sweet, so thought about the protein that I was taking in and wanted to up that up to get a little bit closer to that 270 mark. Really 250 is the goal, but when I came up with the meal plan for this week, 270 was where I was hitting. So I'd rather overshoot that 250 than undershoot it. So I decided to wash it all down. I'm gonna do a tropical smoothie muscle blaster with some extra protein, a little bit of flaxseed, and no extra added sugar. Now, some would say, especially with this fried chicken sandwich, that's about 500 calories and some 30 odd grams of fat, that I had a cheat meal. Some would say that I went off my plan, that I'm trying to lose fat and I go eat Chick-fil-A and not just the healthy stuff at Chick-fil-A. But cheating, by definition, implies that you are doing something wrong. So that leads to guilt, which leads to a whole bunch of negative feelings as far as failure, as far as I'm not reaching my goals, I'm not sticking to my plan. A lot of times a cheat meal will turn into a cheat day, which could turn into an entire cheat week. So you fall off your plan altogether, and then you feel like crap because it's like, oh, I can't even stick to this diet. I'm a piece of crap. And this whole concept of I have to cheat every once in a while implies that the rest of the time you have to restrict food, and that you can't enjoy the things that you enjoy. You can't partake in any of those because you have to restrict. You have to sit in this prescribed plan of not eating anything that's unhealthy. So you get done with that cheat meal and it's like, okay, I had my one cheat meal for the week and I can't eat anything else for the rest of the week. And when you're in this restricted state where you can't eat the stuff that you want to eat, that really just ultimately is going to lead towards more temptation. It's going to lead towards more feelings of negativity towards food. You're going to start resenting the healthy foods and craving those unhealthy foods. That a lot of times you're going to fall off the wagon completely and just binge. The truth is, there is no such thing as good food and bad food. There's only food. Now, some food is certainly healthier than others, and some food is certainly unhealthier than others. But ultimately, food is just food, and anything in moderation is okay. It's okay to eat pizza. It's okay to eat a burger. It's okay to have French fries. In my case, a fried chicken sandwich. You should indulge in those foods that you love and really enjoy. Dieting is not about being miserable and feeling like you're missing out and that you can't partake in all this pleasantries of life. All right, it's about making healthy choices, making well-informed choices, and also just a matter of having a plan and trying to stick to that prescribed plan as best as you can. And in addition, also some moderation. You need to formulate a plan. But the biggest thing with this is that you need to formulate a plan, okay? And the plan needs to be based on your goals. If you're trying to lose weight, you need to find a way to go ahead and maintain that caloric deficit. So with this plan, I was able to pretty much maintain my plan and enjoy a fried chicken sandwich that I love so much from Chick-fil-A yesterday. And it was really nice. You know, I talked about not having any feelings of guilt earlier in this video, and that's really important to me because for a while I had this regimented, you know, I have to, you know, eat this, and this, and anytime I fall off that, then I'm guilty. And I would get so frustrated with myself, like I can't even stick to a diet plan. It just gave me this super unhealthy relationship with food. So one of the things I'm really trying to do with this 90-day challenge is to remove some of those emotional type triggers and feelings of guilt or extreme pleasure with food, and just find some balance. You have some goals, you're on a plan. In my case, I'm on this 90-day challenge, but that doesn't mean that I just stop my life for these 90 days and focus only on this. I'm not going to go out with my brother and be the person that orders, you know, a piece of lettuce and a tomato because I'm on a diet, or just says no because you're going to be around temptation and everything, and you don't want to falter. I'm going to go out, I'm going to enjoy some food, I'm going to be social, I'm going to enjoy the company of my friends, my brother, and enjoy life. In doing that, I'm still going to be in accordance with my plan. So it's going to remove those feelings of guilt. I'm still going to feel accomplished. I'm going to go enjoy that food, and I'm going to feel good about it. So now that I got all of that off my chest, let's talk about this 90-day challenge, right? So day 7, 90-day challenge. Talked earlier about my first fasting day, turned into 36 hours. I didn't really get hungry, like physically hungry. Mentally, you definitely get a little bit hungry. But you realize physically, you know, after that passes, you're okay. You drink some water, you drink some tea, some coffee, plain coffee, just black coffee, and you push on through the fast. Friday was definitely a little bit tougher, okay? Motivation was a little bit lower, a little bit, just because the plan had already gone on. I've been doing the meal prep thing for a couple days and working out. Your body starts kind of adjusting, and it tells you, hey, I need more food. So Friday was a little bit tougher, but I still made it through the whole day. Had lots of water, had my black coffee, and Friday night rolled around, and I was super excited for my 500-calorie meal. All right, I had a healthy pizza, some blueberries with some mint, and some low-fat milk. It was super good, super healthy. Overall, I felt really good throughout this whole week. Very motivated. It did fall off a little bit towards the end of the week, but on a bigger picture, 7 days down of this 90 days, I feel excited. I've already lost a little weight. We'll talk about that in just a second. But what really got me excited was, I'm putting all this out on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and I had several people reach out to me and say, hey, this is awesome what you're doing. Keep it up. And you've actually inspired me. You've motivated me to go ahead and get back into the gym or start working on fitness, or at least thinking about getting back in the gym, getting back into fitness. So that is incredible to me. I don't have a very large reach at this point, but that some people actually, watch my stuff and felt motivated by, what I'm doing and taking that to their own lives. Ultimately, that is what I'm trying to do with this. So this whole thing was set up as this challenge to myself to see what I can do, to hold myself accountable. But the big picture is I want other people to be able to take stuff away from this. This is really why I'm here, is I want to motivate people, I want to inspire people, I want people to improve on who they are and become the best versions of themselves. So in my case, this is definitely starting with fitness. You get your mind, you get your body right, you get your mind right. One of my former rugby captains, every single game he gives us this big epic speech, and he'd say, hey, get your mind right, get your body right. So kind of the opposite here, get your body right, then you get your mind right. But Jim Carrey actually has a quote, and it's funny with quotes because you don't know if they're 100% authentic, but I've seen that Jim Carrey is the one that said this, where he says that depression is an actual real thing. Yes, 100%. However, you need to, before you're going to call yourself depressed and try some kind of medication or whatever, you should have a healthy eating plan. You should get active. You should get outside. You should move your body around the way our bodies are designed and intended to do, and get into some sort of fitness or some sort of exercise and get your body right, get your body releasing those good endorphins and feeling good. It's an awesome thing. And I'm not going to say it's going to fix everybody's problems, but it's a good starting ground at least. So in addition to some people reaching out to me and motivating them and whatnot, I've also had a chance here to reconnect to some friends who I haven't talked to in years, almost a decade. So that was super cool. And I also got to have a conversation with my half sister, who I haven't talked to in a very long time as well. So that was super cool, and really happy for that. And it's really helped keep my motivation going. I feel like I have some purpose with this that is bigger than just me. Workouts have been really good. I've been kind of worried about strength falling off, just because I've always been a strong guy. So I keep worrying about that tapering, but it hasn't really so far. So we'll see how that goes if it continues to go like that. So as far as weight, I am down to, this morning I was 248.9. So super happy about that. That's about 8 pounds of weight loss. My body fat has gone down from 21.3 to 20.7, so about 0.5% of body fat. So I'm super happy about that. The first week, anyone that's going to start a diet and start eating healthy, I keep using that diet word, I got to stop doing that. But anyone that's going to get into a healthy eating regimen is going to see some crazy results that first week, because your body is going to be depleting your glycogen stores. It's going to be, losing some water that you have stored up. So not all those 8 pounds I lost were actual fat. I can tell you that'd be next to impossible. You're talking about a 30,000 calorie deficit. I'd basically eat nothing all week. So I realize that, and I'm okay with that. But it's a really good way to keep your motivation up. That first week you have such a drastic weight loss. It's just like, yeah, this is working. This is great. At that point, though, it's going to start tapering off. I wouldn't be surprised if I only lose, 2.5, 3 pounds this next week. Maybe 4 or 5. Maybe I'm still getting rid of some glycogen stores or whatever. Maybe I got some water. But ultimately, it's going to slow down, and that's where it's going to get a little tougher. That's where you have to keep grinding. You just have to keep, staying the course and trusting the process that it will work. So overall, great progress so far. I'm super happy. One more thing I was going to touch on is, I would highly encourage anyone that's doing this not to weigh yourself every single day. So I'd be lying if I told you I waited an entire week in between my weigh-ins. But at the same time, there was a time, I think on Thursday I weighed in, and then Friday I weighed in, and it was almost the exact same. And I was a bit discouraged, And then of course, you weigh yourself after a fasting day, it's going to be pretty low. And then that next day, you're actually going to gain some weight. So it's a little frustrating. It plays with your mind a little bit. You start questioning the process. You start wondering if what you're doing is right, if it's enough. And a lot of times that's where somebody's going to fall off the wagon. So I encourage you not to do that. Try to do your weigh-ins just once a week. You got to understand too that, fluid retention, there's so many things that affect your daily weight. It's very easy that you're eating everything perfect and doing everything you're supposed to do, exercising, but the next day you actually are 0.5 pound more or something like that. So, that's okay. just trust the process. And again, I would highly encourage you to just weigh yourself once a day. So my buddy Fish is on his way over right now. He just texted me a little bit ago. We got a great workout plan for today. It is a super workout for the Super Bowl. There's a little surprise at the end that I don't think he's going to be too happy about. And honestly, I'm not too happy about it either. But as I've explained before, to me, that is kind of the measure of a good workout, is if you look at it and you're scared to do it, you know it's going to be a good workout, especially when it comes to fat loss, especially when it comes to cardio and trying to get fit. What's up, guys? Here with Fish. We got a workout. It is Super Bowl Sunday, so it's going to be a super workout. I'm going to show you what we got. All right, so we're going to do a mile burden carry with a 50-pound sandbag. Do some rowing, some elliptical, some push-ups, get the body warmed up. Do some bench. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. It's 50 reps. Probably looking at doing it with 225. Some trap bar rows, some shoulder landmines, some pull-ups. And then the last thing we're gonna get into is farmer walks. And that very last one, beat test squats. I can't wait to show you guys what that's gonna be about. It's gonna suck. Fish is over there laughing because he already knows, but it's gonna be fun. And let's go get this work.
Your number, baby. I'll give you mine if you give me yours. Can I call tomorrow, maybe? Ooh, I'm feeling down, so can you be my cure? Say, can I get yours? Can I get yours?
So this right here is my buddy Fish, and you know how it is in the Navy, you gotta come up with nicknames for each other. So for a while, you know, we had all kinds of names going back and forth. Not even gonna get into all those right now because we're not exactly PG appropriate. But one day, after he got out of the Navy, he started growing his hair out, locked it up. Looks pretty good, looks a lot better than before. He was an ugly mother before. But we're at the store, my kids like these things called Funko Pops. There's little tiny characters, you know, about 4.5, 5 inches tall. And they got them for everything, you know, for the Avengers, they got all the Marvel characters, DC characters, they got all kinds of stuff. Well, we happened to stumble across this little guy right here. And without even being prompted, they said, hey, look, it looks like Uncle Fishy. So ever since that day, he's been known as the Predator. Alright everybody, beautiful night. We're gonna finish this workout off with some farmer carries. Alright, we got all that weight. It's a lot of weight. We're gonna go down there, carry about 25 meters and back 4 times each. Heaviest weight is gonna be 340 and lightest is gonna start off at 90. So this is good for your grip, your shoulders, your traps, your whole body. You pick up that 340 and walk at 25 meters, you're gonna feel it everywhere in your body. So that being said, let's get this work. As you can see, we got some straps on here. We're gonna use those when it starts getting really heavy. But for right now, still just use just the forearms, just the grip, really work that grip strength. Once this gets heavy enough, your grip goes out before your shoulders and your body do. So get these straps, it helps you cheat a little bit, it'll hold on to the weight. That way you can get a little better work where it's supposed to get. So.
I'll give you mine if you give me yours. Can I call tomorrow, maybe? Ooh, I'm feeling down,
now we got 270 loaded on the bar. Not exactly sure how heavy the bar is. I'm gonna say it's about 30 pounds. So we got 300 pounds here. Time to get.
Just thinking about you. Waste too much time with you on my mind. I just wanna call you. Please stay on the line so I don't waste more time. Say, can I?
All right, last set. We got 370 pounds just going down and back one time. It's getting heavy, grip's going out, and it's getting dark, so last set right here.
Can I get your number, baby? I'll give you mine if you give me yours. Can I call tomorrow, maybe? Ooh, I'm feeling down, so can you be my cure? Say, can I?
That's how you win. Last thing that we are doing today is we're going to do the beep test. All right, so if you don't know what the beep test is, it's a test that basically determines how fit you are. I got introduced with it because I played rugby, and one of our old coaches was very much a sadist, and would have us do this in the beginning of the season to determine, hey, if you're slacking in the off season or not. But basically, it measures your peak VO2 max performance. So, in a nutshell, how fit you are. So, what it is you have two cones set up 20 meters apart. All right, you'll hear a beep, you run to the other cone, turn around, you hear another beep, you run back, and you keep doing that over and over and over again. There's like 240 some odd levels to this test, and it starts off with a pretty good time. You know, I want to say it's right around 10 seconds, so you could just about walk between the two cones. But you know, that's level 1, which has got like 10 sub levels in it, and then level 2 you only have 8.5, 9 seconds maybe, and then 7.5 seconds for 3, and it keeps going down. Eventually you get to like 12, and you only have about 4 seconds in between each beep. So it gets super hard, you're already gassed, you're already tired, so it's a good test, it's a good measure of your overall fitness. So my buddy and I were talking last week, trying to come up with a good workout for the Super Bowl, and he said, oh, you should do something with the beep test. You can do this, you can do that. He talked about using squats as far as actual weight. I was like, bodyweight squats is probably perfect. So we're gonna do 2 bodyweight squats in between each of the beeps, and we're gonna go until we can't go anymore. So let's go get it.
Your number, baby. I'll give you mine if you give me yours. Can I call tomorrow, maybe? Ooh, I'm feeling down, so can you be my cure? Say, can I get yours? Can I get yours? Say, can I get yours?
I ain't gonna lie, guys, that was brutal. Half the reason I finished that was because Fish was right there. The other half is because you all were right there. So thank you for the extra push. That being said, it is 6:25, almost time for kickoff. We gotta go get some food cooking. All right, if you like this, hit that like button, go ahead and hit subscribe. We're releasing videos twice a week, and thanks for your support. I'll see you all next time.